one of the names, okay? You're in a public place, and you aren't. Hey, I do not mind you being here. This is not racist. You're carrying names in public park, okay? Ask to remove and from the place.
I just want to say a word for Henry's family. The grace and poise that they displayed today on the steps of that court was amazing. There is no way on earth that if my son had endured something like that I would have been able to conduct myself with such dignity. And I think it's right that we show you Henry's father's words to his late beloved son today.
Finally, I want Henry to know, wherever he is, we are so proud of him and we love him beyond words. Thank you.
So, that breaking news right now, it's the case that has gripped the nation. The Hampshire and the Isle of Wight Constabulary has just in the last few moments released the body cam footage of 18-year-old Henry Nowak being handcuffed by police after being fatally stabbed by a Sikh man. So the footage was shown in court as part of the trial, and this is being shared as part of the media protocol. And after engaging with Henry's family throughout this trial on its release, and it's really important to say that, so they are saying that they've engaged with Henry's family throughout the trial about the release of this footage. Now, GB News has chosen to play this footage, but to be clear, and I cannot stress this enough, it is very distressing, and I would strongly caution you to turn away now if you think that you could be upset. Again, a warning, this is probably the most distressing footage you will ever see. This is the police body cam footage of Henry Nowak's final moments.
My dad's he keeps dropping side to side, so I'm just trying to keep it set up. He's got no look, I don't want him. He was on the thing on the other side of the street. He's jumped over these fences and stuff like that. And he's up here. He's obviously he's fallen from there, he slipped from there. There's other shooters left over there, mate. What's your name, mate? Huh? Has anyone been hurt other than him? Yeah, he's grabbed my brother, he's taken my turban off, started grabbing my head.
Are you injured?
Yeah, I've got swollen eye, little bruise.
Alright, just step back a little bit for me. Someone flag these down.
Yeah, fucking stabbed.
Alright, let's get you out of there, shall we?
I was in bed asleep. And then we just went back to the I've got 3 o'clock. Grab his other arm. What's happened to you, right? You've been stabbed? Whereabouts? Where you have, mate? Hand? No, I'm hungry. Put the hand in the cuff, mate. Yeah. This is the
Sandy's been stabbed.
Where have you think you've been stabbed? In the face? I know, but we have to check, don't we? In the face?
Just get these to back off, get their details on that, and I'll keep on with them. Keep it on your side, mate. I'm gonna regrieve then. Same time, I'm keeping him on his side. We were sat up when we had him here, but you didn't like it. What's your name, mate? By the moment you are under arrest, that's for assault, so you do not have to say anything, may harm in defence. If you did not mention one question, so I'll talk to you later on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence, alright? It's gonna be sick, I think. What else do I need to call it?
Yeah, we've got this male, he's been beat up. Are we able to get an ambulance?
people aren't even reacting.
Yeah, they read him his rights, they handcuff him, they drag him around the gravel. They say, I don't think you've been stabbed. They don't care, do they? They listen to that bloke that we now know is the murderer. They say, oh, you've been hurt? Oh yeah, I've got a bit of a swelling on my eye. The first thing those police officers heard when they got to the scene was that this guy had been swaying from side to side, couldn't prop himself up, and was bleeding. And they didn't care. What a horrible, horrible way to die. Those police officers, they need to be prosecuted.
Without question. I mean, I've never seen anything like that. I've never seen anyone die on camera before.
All right, well.
Yeah, I mean, no matter what I feel, that his parents have had to see that time and time again. They saw it in court. They will live with that memory all of their lives. They have to live with that, seeing that their son could have been helped, maybe even saved, and they're listening to the idiot and the people around him who did it. You know, this boy has been betrayed from that minute until now, until tonight, because we have a Prime Minister in this country who has not said a single word about what happened to him. I hope Keir Starmer watches that tonight and weeps in the same way everyone in this studio is weeping, because it's the worst thing I've ever seen.
I just knowing that the parents have seen that and that they still were able to stand outside court today
How they did it.
and conduct themselves in the manner in which they did. I don't know, Jay.
I think it speaks to how unbelievably brave they've been, and I think you don't have to have children or be a parent to know that that is the worst thing that could ever happen to a family, any family member. I suppose now we move past the sentencing. There is only one sentence for that sort of murder. That's life, a life sentence. I do think there is something fundamental about what we have just seen. I do think it needs addressing. I don't think politicians can continue to run away from it in the way that I think they have. There's been very little commentary about the behaviour of police and this trial in the media, but I do think that is so shocking.
Let's call it out.
By the way, for context, Henry Nowak's father today, in his speech outside court, said that it's the family's understanding that some of those police officers are still on duty, and that one of them was allowed to resign, retire,
Didn't have to answer questions.
before any investigation.
And that means he will keep his pension.
Or she.
Yeah, he or she will keep the pension. We should call this out for what it was. If Henry Nowak had a brown or a black skin, there would have been uproar about this. If it had been a white person that killed a black or a brown person, there would have been national uproar. Every member of this government would have been screaming about it from the rooftops. Look what they did with George Floyd. The last thing, it's interesting, Henry's last words were, "I can't breathe." They were George Floyd's last words. He couldn't breathe either. And our
Actually, I will say this. And look, I know it's not a competition.
It's not. No, I'm not saying it's.
I'm saying I think that's worse than
It's
George
the
Floyd.
reaction of this government.
That's
It's not
the
even
worst
just this
thing I've ever
government.
seen.
It's the media as well. It's every other TV station, bar this one, has ignored this. Almost every paper has ignored this. The only political party that has actually acknowledged what is going on here is Reform. Nobody else.
Well, there we go. Look, Benjamin, look, your thoughts seeing that. I mean, I just can't get my head around the idea that the police